session is about artificial intelligence, probably mostly with regards to due diligence. So the question is, if today we want to analyze a contract. So let's assume we're uploading a contract on our platform and we want to analyze the content. We want to find some clauses. One of the big projects we're working on is to find change of control clauses. So how does that work? So here comes the way it works today. The first thing that happens is that you somehow need to get the content of that document into the computer. And that is where you have the first challenge, actually. Because how does that work? It's pretty simple. It is you will take that document, you take a scanner. The scanner is usually a high-speed scanner, and then you scan the document. And then what is the result? Well, you have a picture that is going into your computer because it has been scanned. So this picture doesn't really help us because remember, at the end, I want to get a result which is a clause that my software has found. So something in a picture, yes, we can recognize pictures. Yes, there is software out there based on machine learning, which is analyzing pictures and which is comparing pictures, stuff like this. This is not what we do. What we do is actually we have to extract the text from that document. And that is important. So how do we do this? This is done by a software called OCR. OCR is optical character recognition. Very known. Everybody knows it. Everybody has used it. Whenever, even if you have a home scanner, you can use that. So now the text goes into the computer. Here we have the first challenge. The first challenge is, are we really sure that we extracted everything correctly? So, but let's assume for a second that we extracted everything correctly. You can trust us. It's all there. So the machine today is sort of comparing the clauses or other documents which are similar in two different languages and is like learning from the way words are employed to get a better translation. That is one of the features that we do for where we use AI or machine learning. Another one that we're really pushing hard for because we really think that this is a game changer either for the real estate industry or for the corporate finance industry is what we call the Findings Manager. It's a tool that we have released already over a year ago. And what does the Findings Manager do? Here, it's another way of training the machines. The Findings Manager is a tool which is basically crawling the content of a data room, because that's nothing else that we have. This is a platform where we add a lot of documents, and it is crawling these documents for a variety of findings. And this is very independent of the business you're in, because here what happens is it is crawling for the findings. The findings are popping up, but then you, as a customer, you would be classifying it, and you would basically do what I just explained, supervised learning, better supervised teaching to our machines. Because as you're classifying those documents, such content, down to the clauses, down to the numbers, whatever it is, you are helping our machines to learn. And this is another tool that we have where we are actively employing artificial intelligence, and which will really make a transaction go faster, which really goes into the details what you have to find. And now let's get away from the transaction itself. You know, whatever you have to crawl for, whatever you have to look for, you can find it, and then you can really train the machines. That is that is basically the main point where we employ machine learning and artificial intelligence. Another part is on the statistical view, how people are using the data rooms today. And this is something that we will pretty soon be working on to make predictions on behaviors and stuff like this. So this could be an interesting thing as well. So what does that mean? Today, those who are using these finance managers are all kind of advisors, like lawyers, financial advisors. We have tax advisors. All these people who are working and doing due diligence with regards to environment would be using these kind of tools and would use a finance manager. The question is their job in risk? No, I don't think so. I think, you know, today we're misusing a lot of people for finding and crawling through tons of documents. And they are really wasting their time by doing this. And the other thing is accuracy matters. That means, like, if you're a machine, you will never get tired. If you are reading the 200th same looking contract, you still are working 100% accurate. This is obviously not the case with human beings. They have more trouble doing this. And so the machine is really helping to raise quality. And coming back to my example of the lawyers have so many more things to do that I personally don't believe that there's any risk. And for the global, the global crowd inside the data room, the time that they have to spend inside the data room will go down tremendously. And so one of the things which are really relevant, and this brings me probably to our next live stream that we're going to have, it's going to be about digitalization. Because digitalization, and this is how I close, is nothing that means I bring something from physical to the computer. No, it's all about processes, getting speed, getting things done in a faster, more efficient, and at the end of the day, in a less expensive way. So this is the same for artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is used exactly for that. It is a tool. It is helping us to come to the point faster and to get the things done in a smoother and from a quality perspective, higher quality way. So that is it from me so far. Let me now look at the questions that have been coming in. Okay, the first question that I read is, can AI 100% guarantee no failure, that no failure will occur? Well, nothing is 100%. So if you remember what I explained initially, it's already the way how information gets into the computer can be problematic. You know, if you scan a document and you OCR it, yeah, and the document dates from 1980, yeah, it's like 36 years old. You can never guarantee that it's 100%. But what AI will do, and already can partially, is outperform human beings. And that is important. What we need to come to is to prove that it is more confident to work with AI, with machines, than working with human beings, because the rate of failure by doing repetitive work is far higher than the one on machines. Next question, is AI replacing or complementing the job of the lawyers? Well, I said it's more complementary. It's not replacing it, but indeed they will work differently, starting now, and it will change over time. What's the difference between AI and machine learning? Well, I tried to explain that. AI for me, it's a general term. A machine learning is a tool, it's a subset, if you want to. Yeah, so what do we have else? Hello, in the tools. Are you using deep machine learning or real AI? Well, so far we're using machine learning. We're combining a couple of things. We do a lot of things with natural language processing, and yeah, that is what we basically put in place today. So machine learning, deep learning, and natural language processing. So next question. Also, are you developing your tools in partnership with US or Indian companies? Well, actually, no. Everything that we develop is developed inside, in-house. This is what we do here at Drooms. We have a whole bunch of engineers specialized on AI. What we just recently started to do is we started to do collaboration with leading universities in the world to get more knowledge coming from them, because they're putting enormous force in developing new tools, and the collaboration that we have there are very fruitful. So what do we have else? Talking about the benefit of AI, who will benefit most from using AI in due diligence? Well, I guess that everybody who is doing due diligence will really profit. On one hand side, you have the sales side, who is selling stuff, who can really put everything together in real time, in a very, well, maybe not in real time, but in a very short period of time. They can pre-assess their own risk and chances before going to the market. And on the other side, you have those who are obliged to do a due diligence, who are obliged to go into the details of the information that are provided by a buy side. And those can do this due diligence far more effectively and faster than what we have seen until today. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I would like you, if this was interesting to you, we have a lot of interesting stuff in our newsletter. So if you would like to subscribe to our newsletter, I would be delighted. And the good thing is, it's not only from me that you get information in our newsletter. It's from all our technicians. It's from the people coming out of the business, the people who are in the market all day long. They're going to share very valuable and interesting information with you guys. And so the next live stream session is beginning of February 2019. And so the only thing that I would like to say is thank you very much for joining, and have a nice Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we will be in touch right in the new year.